byagera jyana hati ngo kukurora do you think abatoro bonane bamanya Toro Kingdom ikayizeta kuruga okwesara habo Nyoro Kingdom do they even understand it abatoro abakusimbo aha so hati ebyo tugure musango gwawo musango gogu ali mu ntebe y'obukama n'abakora nabo nti bayine kusomesa omwana wa Toro oyegengeso zawe omanya na history yawe hati bokubene basomesa abantu obukama bwa Toro buno bukatandika buta bwine kakwateki na Bunyoro Kingdom omukama wa hano wa Toro aina kakwateki no mukama wa Bunyoro Kingdom habwachi mukama wa Toro bamweta oyo original oyo iyo oyo manki maisaki mwacholi. Do you know the meaning of oyo? Oyo means a child who was born on the road, alongside the road, going to the hospital. Bamuzara are good. Ori hati ebe byona ne babamanya abatoro. Abatoro bamanya connection etwine obukama bwa Toro na kingdom zezindi. Abatoro ne bamanya Buganda Kingdom connection yine na Bunyoro Kingdom empire Bunyoro Kingdom. Abatoro ne bamanya orutaru abere hagati ya Buganda na Bunyoro na Toro over Bugangaizi itwalere abatoro ne bamanya emirwa yabo hati sazini na Buganda ha introduction uri najwale kanzo natanga kuterekima mazina natera na samasalt natema na obu ne bamutera mu ngaro nanka nibateka yebizina ebyengeso mbyonka. They look for songs of gravity mutuzo musirwo nibibakusteri oba abana
you started mutuzo mutoraki karte
ebizina bebyatera bihuru osoko jaka kolisa no mwana wawa hat ha introduction ni batere mu Buganda hanyuma no kumwa abantu bakuru batera mu ngana abana obugenyo bu introduction egi is a cultural event haruna abana abato muno abana kwemba tungo mugisane begeraho ebyokore bitufu ebirungi abantu bakuru benyine bali mukoraki bali mukore bitahikira nyencho mwana bwarabakopa katanko bikora hamyaka emetaito magambo oroze umulembe gw'abana guno gusisikaire abana abato basisikaire
we call the blame for no reason
omwana muto ebyarukora abihurirenka abirorirenka you are the community you are the school niyo mwegezo omwana ugo so abantu bari buno this generation is spoiled. Who spoiled it?
And where were they?
Where were they? So engeso kintu kiri hatoro yonka no Uganda generally balengero muno kukora buri kibakusobora okwebwa who they are and adopt who they are not. Omwira gusaze nende muno kumanya bikufa mujungu okusinga kumanya bikufa haliwe. The wealth that we have in Africa obugego butwine mu Africa kutunda butunde ebyafayo bitu traditions norms and cultures obu bugega bwenku kakuba no craftinga kurungi sente zo kuyihamu nizisinga omujungu ezo musabiriza akwereze no busabiriza akantu kano karore akantu kano bulunyiza nkagura mpanga mukatalo nkagura sente mitwale 3 buri kanto nakagura buntu kwa 15 buri bunyiza kunungura nintwa beti ni mara katwa ni custom mujungu ando naka kuna mbembe nintambura ndibabunyi hawo nabutwa omujungu agamba no enda sinzinga nyo mugamba ankoirere busa. What is my intention? My intention is to teach you this is our art craft as Toro, as Africans. Mbuga wante mukani ndwa wagaduguna kakizani nanka Ethiopia Addis Ababa omushya kamusoma ketanaraba kugure cyo kunyu just ubyegiroze yateza namazo nanyesegeza mu muhaka baga taka karoga mbomezi tamanyire ne cyabukozere kimwe. She doesn't know the material
that was used.
No namusoborolire namusobora material nambe kuruga biki urufunzo biki takubyetegereza betu cyamusemerine kokana bete material zindi zone zikora bitu yaburikiri byabatse nabizimanyire kamta so ubona kamuhire it was the greatest treasure in her life nka kamuhire abajungu mbana nicyo kibabanza kumusaba kino. Why? Do you realize that for them they value, they understand our value, but we don't know our value? Omuntu asokwihaye ikintu ekitaina mugaso ko omuntu yalemera ampa ikintu kino kimanyisa kino mugaso. So they value, they know our value, we don't know our value. Inekinde ekyampuniriza akantu kano nambere nkagura ha mukazi yogo nkagura ha mukazi muna kampanga mukatala. The first time nagenze, do you know how she treated me? She treated me very badly. Ubutatange no kubaza yagamba hati nyonjo no rankira kuguza abazungu.
Namyetegereza
abazungu bamasente nyingi bamasente nyingi babyetegereza hati nyingi nangwa sara kwa nyenda kutwara bwingi wena no kimo face yatanga no kusone cyalani cyakana sone cyalani yandugo na yemera na morera finally nagura buntu 10 na mwana hati na mazena mugamba hati iyo bano yenda muno kwerejectini sabazungu kandi ibintu bikurabera guzu kandi uri kunutora abacyo tagenda mbazungu bikwate ogende mbazungu okore na mukaguza rough estimating ambira abazungu benga hana abakora abijana bakugura then o comparing na abayiraguzi ako muzungu o mundu babire bakwiza bakamasente nyingi hati ayebwa abatoronka 15 abamukurize na business yegi ababeruka no kuburuka abamusupplying umuzungu tanu abamusupplying abamusupplying bomiraguzi hati abona takubahereza ki fitness akamvuruga with them yagenza na integrate hati anda competition ngamba nangwa sigara mindset yawe eri itakwereza abiraguzi fitness.
How was the journey in Burkina Faso?
The journey was good, was okay. Actually I was supposed to travel to Venezuela last week, but Trump akasibe nyonyi. You see near no bully mentality in America yekora is one of the reasons why we are mobilizing Africa first of all okulinde bintu byitu kaba Africa. But Pan-Africanism is humanism. Wherever life is at threat anywhere, you know that life is at threat everywhere. So otemera mu African continent okarora Trump aliyo na zoga bale aba Venezuela katekeza ntiyo lukurungu baramara kubazoga kurungi na izowawa. So ekibyo kikora cyo kirwana siza kicyala hari. Yeah, so we had mobilized to go with new news as freezing. So nikikoleka nko ku Trump intekereza nko kwi Trump no musaiza South Africa 114 years ago, what they call white boers, abazungu abayizire, they came and invaded South Africa. Ya bakasanga mabiraguzi. Bakaja na amani abazungu, babatahira, babaita, babatematema, babaita, babahambya n'emigo, abasobe kwiruka bayiruka, abatasobe babaita, bakwata abana bagusi babahamba, bakwata bakora buri kimwe cyone. Bakwata itaka ryabo balihamba. Abazungu ori hati bamaze kulihamba 114 years later. That is now the apartheid era. Imaze kuwaho hati recently the real South Africans abiraguzi no sanga tweni itaka huklime byokuri
for human consumption.
Home consumption food tweni itaka lirinka umuzungu akakwata ihamba ikanka 10
more than 2 square miles.
Yes. So bana baseje bagamba bamalema inyo mukaja mwakosekezo mwatwiti ite tukwenda kosekezo ndone tukose obungu katugende mu parliament turwane baleti iteka tuhindule what they call land expropriation. Tukose iteka mu parliament tugambe ara achicho katuibe itaka ikachukumi miaka 10 ikumenena enyuma bete miaka giyon iyo na familia yayo yona mukosezeo hika itano itaka elindi lidia tine cyokora betalo mu South Africa ataino okulima byokulya
who is struggling
omuntu kumya cyo kufwa tukamufwerwa leka tukositeka lili tukolekere hikazawe itane ezwe ibire bituzo nozukozese tuzikolekerezo tuzikolekere okaziba witana abantu hizo tuzikolekere baito zino hikezo takozese zino emyaka ngiyona tulukwa tugarurenka abantu nabo bafune cyokulya. Trump yahulire kiyagamba aberaguzi batanke kusegregating abazungu ngo hati ekibiki Trump kire cyo gamba abazungu bakijja bata South Africa abantu abasangira bakabatwara bata ekyo takireta hati natwara kim yasikira yeke yagamba South Africa ni mbasara center sente zana abahereza ngo nisa grant nisa buri kimwe ningisa abakuba mutanke kujoga the white izwe akakosa the same kakodio same explanation same excuse yayanga kuja mu G20 meeting ningo kajura meeting ya huyi yagamba no kugamba kumanya nazo nganaja kuserayo omuntu bana babikyo ka secretary the third maybe secretary mu office no wasindike aije president wa Africa Ramaphosa the biggest economy in Uganda sorry in Africa ngunu Ramaphosa president wa kwata akwasoli obuzanazi bwentebe ya G20 atate egalukira mu America Ramaphosa yagamboke ubwara gambirot nanye ninja komayo ka day nkakiki
akutsingolero
ajikwasa ka day wa
baka day wa kwasenga
so nibi eno tuliao abantu baraguze bina kumanya nti urutaro urukununura Africa abantu kutankuye bukitinisa abantu abandi rwitwamu itwena
yes. Do you think as a Pan-Africanist poverty or low standards of living have attributed more to that?
But that also poverty in a context to in okubanza tukagisengija kurungi because what is poverty? Abazungu kanze nyone ngofira yange abazungu bakaiza hano babe bobwongo iyo akiki nibakugamba nugora bene hika 10 zitaka hainente 50 ori haina makagawa ine buli kimwe beto tene sente mu nsango uri munako
you are poor
you are poor beto kandubo werese yabo obakwamba ba bajata chinga how much gold they have in their reserves
assets
mainly gold nibateka hakwa na mahanga gono kwa GDP manya sente zingaze mwino bugagabanya kubara babara how much gold wealth you have reserved in their bank in their world bank not in your country but there hadi kule mkwenyo mineral gold ya trillions no bagambo le mugega hubaro bazine hubodiano bagini no mbakubara so poverty bakweta poverty hubo bakaja context yabo nuko but dispossessing ebyito Africa has never been poor. The richest man in the whole world, not in Africa, the richest man in the whole world ever to have lived was Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa, an African. How? Gold. Hata bano babe hao biona babe tuwa hata bagamule banakwi. Kandi dule banakoli mkutwali mbuga bi. Leo nyine biri mukufora mbuga bibino bibiro witu. Burkina Faso in a problem na France, do you know why? Traore akakwata yasazamo nanka contract zona za gold na oil na bulikimu with France. France miyako ine ya mazeneri inelate amasanyazi rating. It was because of the minerals of Burkina Faso. Obiyabisalizem France right now in the next few years bejuka bali mu darkness kusinga
actually you're driving me to a friend who was telling me that they went to Belgium years ago when they were in Belgium in the capital city Bagamba. 40% of the man that developed this capital city was from Congo.
Yes.
But Congo, where the money came from,
they rank it the poorest
in Africa.
Nyongo aseresenda na zikueleza obu kuhiro hao 10% habwezo bunyini. Hata wagendoko iyo fana no umuntu na amani akagamba irumbo gumunako ni musinga. In fact irumbi is third world. Obwego bweno bukubaliza unkuhiro 10% habunyini. But no ganyonde munakuyole mugaiga. Congo is the richest country in the world, but those people rank it the poorest. But they don't want to live the poorest country. Sazuna bariyoko ne barwana. Ne barwanele ebyo bugaiga bya Congo. Emyaka ene bamazire. Leo King Leopold akaita over 15 million Congolese. King milioni 10
nitano.
Aba Congo yabaita. He thought he would wipe them out. Are they out? Akabamara.
The same thing they are doing in South Africa.
Send the zone Zeville, Congo up to now. Look at what the wealth he stole, but look at the wealth Congo has today. We have to stand up. America, Trump Mugwira. Na yeta Kagame Pan-African. No tembenyi inogenda mhuta usi.
Shekedi. Seni memorandum.
Ogunaka deal make hustler William Ruto. Bwana kutunda Africa. Ngunogenda Trump akweleza solution za Africa. Yet Kagame has been saying African problems, African solutions. We have African Union. If there is a problem that you cannot handle, take it to African Union. African Union bagirabiro bagenzera mu America. Na mbere bagenzera hatu n'ukondo wenyine. Orutaro n'ukun. These M23 na rebel groups Congo ali rebel groups ngabikumye. Zona zinakakwata na America. Why? Hata zino hulire 2 days ago. Bakaruka kusaininga ekibayesere gundi peace deal. Peace deal. It was for me I call it mineral deal. It's not a peace deal but mineral deal. Obamaze kisaininga 2 days later. Orutaro wakoraki wayongera Congo. Instead of seizing fire orutaro wakoraki hata bakwata nekitsweka hata sazunu majeta mfuri which is neighboring Burundi. Nacho bakoraki bachamba. Neba America near hands kandi kuri mu kugambize tutese kuno iri ne empowering abali Kagame wenyine yasayiningi I'm considering mu ngarozi. So nichukole kaki America tesobola kukiriza Congo ikastabilizing kabane no busingi kandi ibyo bwiga bicyariyo kandi babyenda.
What as a Pan-Africanist, what went wrong with Kagame? At one time I quote he said, how do you advocate for democracy? Then you go and make guns, but you bring them, sell them in African countries. Where is that Kagame now? I
don't know what happens to these people. Kagame is a man whom I have respected for so long. I have learned a lot from him. First of all, he believes that African problems
can be solved here
by African solutions. Not Trump. Trump Musuma. He's a businessman. He's a dealer. He's a crook. He's a vampire. Vampire Ogimanyi. He's a vampire. He's a vulture. Trump with hand. Muno nimurwana ntarozanya. Na serekito kimhatu no innocent.
Ningo bera munka.
No innocent no mulibana.
Ete mundu.
Mundu eziri Congo konze kwata na uniform empyaka na emibazi buli kimu. Supply ziraba mu UN choppers. UN America. Osango kwa basenja bene uniform mpyaka bali mukibere. Bene latest technology.
Latest guns.
Emibazi eitoina hano kutore mutene. Hiyo bagina mukibiroko. Mundu tubakuze mafatingira Congo. Izo nzirabanga kweka mukibiroko. Nzirabanga no kuba supplying. So they manufacture guns and sell to Africa to fight themselves. Meanwhile, as they fight, they are underground exploiting our resources. This is what Traore, the entire Sahel sub-region, Traore, Niger, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, that's what they are trying to get rid of. Right now, as I speak, my continental leader, because Africa is one country, so my one country, which is called Africa, is Traore.
Has he surpassed the old man?
The old man no Maniswa. Oh no, Hanurundi.
Oh, Hamsazim. Because they are saying the whole of Africa, no bongo bwabo, no sagatore mhingora hati.
No abagambe mu bongo bwabo. How are we here? How are we? I don't want to discuss that way.
Let us look at South Sudan. Then they want us to come back here. Let us look at South Sudan. Should we say minerals and others selective oil
everywhere you see war. Everywhere you see war. Just know that is a rich country. America, France, China, Russia. They have made Africa their playground. They have to bring it here. As you fight yourselves, you too. Look, at first, America convinced everybody in the world that the only ultimate solution to the bigger Sudan, remember the one Sudan, was to divide. Abakatolika bekalabonka hasa na Abasilamu bekalabonka baharamu.
Na Bashir wa Birgur.
America yakanugamba ito we shall facilitate the process.
And they facilitated.
What happened? After dividing Sudan into two, Kuli, the main Sudan,
Bamumkira Bashir.
Dagalo General Nuwali had Dagalo Bashir Bamumkir. Kuno Hans, Bagenda Basirayo, Dr. Yak Macha. Bafuna Salvaki. Gana Gasuma Abir Gonagan. America, Batanga Gaheza Sentinel of Yambi.
But and where you can work with the Dika.
Hataba Quata Salvaki Bam empowering. bamu empowering bamu na sente bamu hano butuze wabo family ya heru nuko bakora bana basiru wabanza twara family ya heru na family ya Salva Kiir naye bari ya heru bakora butuze kurungi hata mugaruka hano nyakurwana entalo America neheza $1 million 10 the government of Salva Kiir neheza $1 million kinana to the rebel group of Dr. Riek Machar America neyamba bali okora byamwe mundu zabo government ya Salva Kiir neyamba na rebel group Dr. Riek Machar okora byamwe mundu ze kuzireta ni mutangatanga na the battlefront ni mu Rwanda ni mweyita muri mukweyita umuzungu alanse nakora
natwara ayo you remain the poorest country
you remain the poorest so that's why Kagame said African problems African solutions because you are the perpetrator of war in Africa tukugondeza tukare kurungi because no letage bigabita akiki umuntu kwijana mu studio akatuba hekintu impozi nyo nayo tukikiranganiza nasanga tule mukurwana hata mukurwana kwetu tuwe kwa asili tuone ifuba hano akasimu kuja muramalizo rutaro buri mukuseresumuye
nowhere to be seen why tubituye kwa Seramatai urize yatahamu yatwara akasimu kai so nibwo obuzibu butune mu Africa mpaka butoyikiriza tukaba one country this Uganda hati roranka Rwanda roranka ka Burundi that's a district it's not even a country so between na for country habakuwa naitaga to make his own kingship abe kingo kabaka baitu kakuba tulikiriza Africa kaba ihangalimu zino Uganda Kenya Tanzania Rwanda Burundi zikaba provinces the province of Burundi
the province of Uganda then you kaba governor mu America what you hear they call USA United States of America these were once countries independent countries but because they wanted to be a powerhouse
to be strong
they synergized and became one so they said let us unite and when we unite we should call ourselves United States of America
we have no
so these were countries independent but they united in order to find most that's why America has led the world for years centuries decades America is powerful that's why when the power you kujana bakatuyim bakaja bakakutea etene chokwa why because they are together hati iwe ubamara kolecho huba uniting hati mejamu Africa bagamba solution yanyu into divisionism mwe dividing ngo mtungo busingi kandi nyo wanyu kama uniting abaki tona mutugamba to dividing one you have united ito na mutugamba divide Sudan into two Congo regional growth as we talk right now Congo telinga kuva kim one country called Congo you can just pretend Congo is finally going to be two countries not that it is the best solution but because umujungu cyari mukora abakuba the rebel groups are in charge of the eastern region that is one of the most richest mineral rich place in Congo the most richest part of Congo is what they make sure that the country the leadership fails to manage and they hand it over to the rebels. Now rebels are coming seriously, they are not businessmen. They can give the minerals at any price they want. Remember, they want the support of America and other countries. So we tell na kapasa kukara aka negotiating kuya gamba if you cannot give me this amount of money, minerals zange zile nubu gamba nti ekintu cha bilioni 10 za dola ninja kwa bilioni uwe rebo ine kapasa yang emundu ezole mukuranisa America nazikulete you yangiranka so nicho bakoleke ne bakwata the biggest rich part ne bagihereza rebels Somalia same thing Somalia is is divided into two but these people will not tell you Somalia there is a very big part of Somalia what they call now Somaliland which is under the rebels owo kujja kuli kasto crossing kuno area ya government no ko minister of government yakunu but in the properties mu territory ya barebe obo kala road toll usasura musoro kutaha ebizimbe byabyo mbako byana business okora usasura emisoro URA yakuli no usasura rebel group eyo collecting taxes abakwe so no mundu ali mu government mu Somalia saidia akimanye kintu kakuba crossing border akaja kuli Hat it is the rebels in charge, no Sasule Soro, you pay allegiance to them.
Thank you very much. We are looking at Pan-Africanism. That is why we are discussing a lot of things. We've looked at Congo, South Sudan, Somalia, Burkina Faso, and so on. Now I want us to zero to Uganda here.
Yeah, we bring it home.
We bring it home. Of recent, the Independent Electoral Commission denominated Mathias Walukaga, Busiro South, who is contesting with Medant Segona. A papure viene TVK. Ruashandi and Sedio Chuku, up to now, Chukuba United and how do you denominate someone who sat for pre-entry and is at the university? You leave a P5 dropout, but is using certificates of appreciation, certificate of participation, and you satisfy him. Mchaka, Ezachankwazi, and so on. Not only that, Tkarom Saija from Umbarara, who was also denominated, against the National Council for Higher Education. You name. Why did you satisfy my documents if you knew they were wrong? I want us to start from there. Where is the problem?
The problem is that in Uganda now, there is no government agency that is independently working according to the constitution, according to the act that put it in place. This problem is not only a problem of the electoral commission. Let me tell you, they are supposed to regulate these companies from stealing from us. Nkagenda Burkina Faso, neno laika, this is laika. Nkagenda na entairo data yang. Burkina Faso tell you like, after 2 weeks when I returned at the airport, I received the message that I have used my data. It is finished. It has been off, but it is used up. This is like, when you put data on MTN or Airtel, no take data a your mwezi. After 7 hours in Raga, you have used 80%, but the phone was even off.
That is Uganda.
When you complain to Usinawaga, Manangwa, you check it. Maybe there are some background apps. Maybe there are some back. This is UCC explaining to the customer who has been cheated. Not even before you reach the MTN. It is now UCC telling you. You check your background. You could be there could be some background apps, but the phone has been off. This one was off for 2 weeks in Burkina Faso. When I came, my data was finished. Genda National Water. National Water now they say rough estimate. Whether you were there or not, by the end of the month, when you were there. Sometimes I'm not at home. You come at the end of the month, they give you the same bill. When you compare, you say, no, we have checked. Gena masanyarazi. Hati kanda masanyarazi. Umeme noro balibasum. Umeme balibasum. Hati eno EDCL. Bakondo. Bakondo. Nalini nkosa a certain amount of power when Umeme was around. I have not added any gadget. Nothing has changed. But I don't take masanyarazi. Every day I'm cutting 1 unit. So by end of 5 days, your 10,000 is done. But at this one, Umeme was around, that 10,000 can take me either 2 weeks or 3 weeks. There is nothing that I have added, nothing. But in the hands of EDCL, you use more power than usual. Electoral Commission. The primary mandate of the Electoral Commission is to organize a free and fair election. Have they ever organized one? A free and fair election? Never. So they have failed on their own primary mandate. In Uganda, which government agency is responsible for certifying your academic credentials?
Uganda National Council for Higher Education.
Why does the Electoral Commission, on the day of nomination, they order you, not ask you, they order you to bring certified copies of your academic credentials from the National Council
for Higher Education?
If they had the power to verify and certify for themselves, why would they send you to National Council for Higher Education? Why? They know that that mandate is for somebody. National Council for Higher Education cannot organize an election in Uganda. However thorough that election can be. No government into organizing a single electoral commission. But because it is not your mandate, you cannot organize it. Nobody organizing it, they will not validate it. Likewise, your electoral commission cannot pretend to be the body in charge of certifying or confirming academic credentials. Confirming, certifying and confirming that yes, Arario Somel, the equivalent to senior 6, they don't have that power. That power is given by the Act of Parliament to National Council for Higher Education. National Council for Higher Education, stamping yes, we acknowledge. Nobody will be here in Nasa Road. Nobody will be here in Nasa Road. But being a stamp, a National Council for Higher Education, and that stamp is authentic. Yes,
we satisfy them.
Electoral Commission, you have no role.
Should we say
the only remedy you have is to advise the complainant, or you, Electoral Commission, to seek legal remedy. High Court. High Court is the arbiter. Omuntu walesere papula iyo Electoral Commission yokwekengera runde are competing now. In this case katugambe nanka segona nwali enyuma yeche kintu. The only advice you give them is to go to High Court and they have their matter settled there. As for you, Electoral Commission, you take the papers from National Council for Higher Education which are certified to be the true copies. If there is anything you are doubting about them, go to court. That is what the Electoral Commission should have done. But if you go for na senior 6, in fact, nando wakaanza kubireta, ile certificate yakaba expire ingire, hati tukubikiriza, na beki tukudenominate ingire. They have overstepped their mandate. If they had any reservations, they would have contacted the National Council for Higher Education. By the way, ono muntu problem ka satisfyinga, but can certificate is na ikorga ayu ka expiring it. People be in National Council for Higher Education. They recall that document if they find your argument to be correct.
Right.
They are the ones to recall.
But not the
Electoral Commission. That's not your mandate. You have failed on your mandate. Mandate you never. You have never organized even an LSC1 system election freely and fairly. LSC1.
What have we been in if they have failed to organize a free and fair election?
In Uganda, we organize symbolic politics elections, not politics.
If they are shambolic, why would people come out to compete or participate in these elections?
Because it is the order of the day. What you will munyanza ni kumira, akanyansi kana akanyansi no bunyanyambuzi mwenda kuwe kwata nguyo nuko amaizi ganembe kutwara oli mukwe kwata bunyanyambuzi. Sometimes umuntu asoko kwata gonya. Amaizi ngakutwara kwata gonya. You know the gonya hati ni solution yao. This is what is happening in Uganda. Everything is negative. Electoral Commission is not even organizing elections.
What is it organizing?
A semblance. Because we are not in the politics. We are in the politics. Everything is a game now. That's why I'm a person of a game. You know, politics is a data game. How can you involve yourself in data things? We have given you our money, trillions of money, to organize politics, which is a science of managing society and the people from negative to positive. Ruteko kwa rugendo, rutindo, ndutuwe hahabe ndutuwara harungi. You want to Gambia politics is a data game. We have not paid you money to organize a data game. So Electoral Commission is now participating in a poly what?
Those are your words.
Politics.
Those are your words.
So to close this debate, Electoral Commission has made a blunder to denominate Mathias Walukaga. That is not their role. To denominate someone on account of academic credentials which had been earlier certified by National Council for Higher Education. If there was any error or an oversight, they were supposed to write to National Council for Education asking them to reevaluate and examine Walukaga's paper. National Council, not Electoral Commission. That is the role they would have played. Chairman of Electoral Commission is a whole justice. I don't know what happened to these people. I don't know what happened to these people. I don't know what happened to these people. I don't know what happened to these people.
I want us to close it there. I've seen you rate the other day talking about the Interreligious Council of Uganda receiving money. And you were relating it why would you attack
Reverend Father Wamasaka?
Reverend Father Wamasaka? Why would you attack these people in that way?
I'm not attacking. You see, in Uganda now, when you speak the truth, those are the titles they give you. He's attacking us. I am telling you the truth that you must hear, but you don't want to hear it. Intelligence Council of Uganda, IRCU, amidst all the challenges this country is going through. By the way, this IRCU, they receive a lot of money from outside as religions, a lot of donations. Baitomururu gwabo tugwabaikiriza paka na zetu mbazende za taxpayers. Bagenda bayikora makabinza ka batankulobinga Museveni. Museveni at first was giving them money through his state house account. Nikiona president Museveni nimara kumuhereza nanka budget hano on Monday. On Wednesday nagaruka na asaba supplementary
budget.
How? Why? These are the problems he's going to solve. Takwenda kugambera munienda ha bilioni bitane ezimbasabire bilioni na zaki za IRCU takugambira hata bazitunga barabe bage bazitabara. That's what they have been doing all along. Then bajani batanko gambesa Sunday musachi boza muri ndopsing freedom mizget boza muri ndopsing hobo businga kubulinda bamazira kufuna bilioni na batazitungire ne babaza bazibigamba ubamaze kuziba hati ne balisayo nguyo omanya ngo bali nayiwe ekitufu kiri tibale nayiwe akiki obala kutereka nyonda hati nje nagamba sore beto muri ndopsinga tasobola kujuna nuri akakutira akanyondo muri ndopsinga antira akanyondo abajo tamugamba akakole ebintu ebi amuhire bilioni actually hati nicyo kibayireho hati sazi musente ako abakumpanya bakasaba hati bagamba katuzitwara kimuzi hati zibofisho tuzirabye mu parliamentary appropriation process hati bazitunga officially quarterly 4.6 billion euro kimbagenze kusaba sente bazitungiriye za this season bazitungire njona batandikire hati ni pora bali kutegeka yonanka presidential debate munyonyoko bali mukutegeka hati koraka nanka road map batandike buli Sunday buli kyakatano buli ki kutangu okumobilizing abantu to keep peace, but for them they are mobilizing to keep peace when they have gotten their money. Hati ihanga niho likira balutunzi then eja kora nyesha bagenze kusabira nanka this general mumude ngo bagenze preaching amawo
they condemn
they betrayed the man, they betrayed the cause. Today buli archbishop akora hizibu hati likabiteka V8 yao kakubata gitunga na atera nisi mu mustanga gakandi nyo abaki bansoro yi buli muntu bamarahiza afuna V8 bamgure emotoka ya kabiyano V8 oli entambura hati muno gibanza aba Kristo bo mutsacho every Sunday basoroza sente zijanka hizo muzikora muki bateka ho bwibo zino zo kuhonga nikarugaho hati zino halo priest agenda kujwara akaibo nikarugaho nikaija hati zino zo kuomba kachachi ntugura mabati baitu sente zikora ki isenyo akombe kachati ya kitini giwa cyaro witu obu yafuye kumuzika father yasaba senzo kujja yasaba mfuta kujja kumuzika hati nyinyi cyonka bikavuga byedini so ebintu byakiyai hati nabo benyine bafokereki nkabali benyine abatukurwanisa tubali abonka busa kangugambe nekintu kindi kingdom zone za Uganda zone Museveni naza akaziteraho umutemo gwa sente nabo bafuna 4.6 billion quarterly
4.6
quarterly mu mbara government miezi yenena quarter hati buli miezi yena barant kingdom ya Toro yakafuna 4.6 billion Toro kingdom hakwa tuli mutoro nimba za Toro telo hati manyanti abasuma abali yao cyakikale abasuma bakafuna 4.6 billion bakazitunga mu ibara lyawe iwe hano bakazitunga mu ibara lyawe yagamba ni nyom kama Toro kingdom ya Toro niye managinga niye abantu baitu bano mbetaga okubasomesa ebyo buyonjo abantu baitu bano mbetaga okubasomesa okunga kujumbira ebyo kusoma hano Toro kingdom tuina scholarship twerera abatoro abana baitu hana abana batoro tubaherera kingdom Toro kingdom tuina senzo kwerera abana bona hati government inatuyamba hano sazo ndotaga halo media houses hati kutujya mu campaign na Toro nine programmente kateka yayo nayo kuija okutunda programs za government PDM nebindi kandi ntuzuna tkosaji platforms media houses zirinka mfotpoto nabaki mutaka budget yako akasema tukasasule media houses tuje tubalizie programs za government olira ki so hubo hari kwa nakora proposal na ateka na abantu benga abayine mu Toro kingdom hati yukuri oli already as a subject we are this number of people and I'm the leader so because we are so many we need this amount of money. So they have received that money on your behalf. When they receive that money on your behalf, do you receive any? Had Sazuno, you're a journalist. There is supposed to be about from the 4 billion for this quarter, because it is a campaign period. There is millions of money for media houses and journalists of Toro. Have you received any money from Toro Kingdom?
I've not seen the money.
Ikaguza agasuma agasderenka, agasuma agaria chikaya. Hata ngeja kuiza hana Toro TV, Amina Fort TV, ngeja VOT, ngeja KRC, ngatanga kusaba free airtime. Bozo tukore mirimo ya Toro, tukora abatoro, mutaka airtime tuje tubaze, baba hisen. 4 billion, 4.6 mwazi tanka. So aganta agaseja garia na gona gayai garia. Ngasane ngiri yawe hino gayi ngafuza buri kimwe. Agaria. So hata okumarayo ihanga liona sazim buri omu nasera okwibera.
You have moved in kingdoms in this country and it's your passion. Have other institutions like Uganda, Bunyoro and other institutions used this money properly?
Last week okabotoro hano. Last week Thursday katika Uganda Charles Peter Maiga otari na unveilinga massive gundi reconstruction akwa they reconstruct the Kasubi tombs amasiro bagagaruka mugona bagadabiriza buri cyari kiro cyone kire historical bakigara hakirebo you can say nti cent of Soroza zine exam kanko ikindi jokora ekikurura Myron son who has graduated last Saturday. Myron son, he studied on Buganda Kingdom scholarships. My son now serves the Buganda Kingdom and understands the norms, the tradition of Buganda Kingdom more than he understands Toro. He has more respect for Buganda Kingdom because that's where he has earned most of his time and education more than here.
But you have seen in Toro also the Prime Minister launch Kugaba Ensugo Zomwan na Koko.
Na izano mtu ina hanu eduka ya hardware no mhereze Ensugo za kofi na za gendalini. Uwe ni eduka ya umusangira mu hardware shop. Uri mkumugomwani ngwagenda gulimu. Aba kugotaga mchero kota gubahi. So muleke byo bya ibwani no wenda kumatonganira. Gamba kwa sente ni. Nuna kumatonganira. Gano wangu gasumo Nukwaza ya Uganda kino leje ya bana ya gayai. Mbenda kolekyo ukwe yaho musango. Mwe yaho musango.
Bakasenda bakusesa.
kandi weza kwanyowe sente zo mwana nyirumba ati kusoko gora mwana mutwaro bale batakwesobora tugende mu cyaro bagubahi katubi byabatora bereke basuma hati mutabani wanga I'm telling you my son Bukadef Buganda Kingdom Scholarship umutabani wanga akabaho na president wa Nkoba Zambogo mu secondary school life Nkoba Zambogo uri so na understanding leadership ya Buganda Kingdom Nkoba Zambogo abasigaye abavuka bikingi bakora kusinga cyane why because Bali they have found time to ensure that they groom the young people within the kingdom bana abantu bagruminga bara you are king my own father was one of the biggest supporters of this story kingdom akagura akayamba abantu mutabani bamutreating reba tanyo they stole my land 100 acres of land basuma bakurora kandi itaka bakali bayisenyo wenyine ayanonwire nanka kaboyo nuya mu isente zo kwiruka genda munanka mugundi nuya mu sente zo genda nanka mwekizayo my father he escaped using my father's money if he had not expect that night aga masasa ya kukurakizana ananka hachikale Gaddafi kiadabi ekiya renovating gona garinga serum kama kupata kikaboyo. So how can you betray a friend, a brother to that extent? A man who saves your husband's life. Utaro no kuba kwini model yao na soma P5 yao nanka hanu nanka budget mpanga second row. Hata manyi no kumanyi P5 when my father was with his King David Matthew. So naiza nyencha no gobez hati ebi bukolimo bere kwini mother waka meeting. Have you met her?
I've never met her. I don't know her physically. That's what
I wanted to meet her. Tachari.
Have you?
Yeah, I have met her. Tachari kwini mother omuntu wasoko executive service. Noraki mungu aizwire bizibu mu maisoge. Sento zin, pago gin, mundo zin, motoka zakabyo zin, bulkimo kin, but moisoga there is no peace. Why? Ebukolimo bin. Ebukolimo. You said that we were kicking Zabanyamakuru. 4.6 billion of ZZ. The first thing that the Prime Minister of Toro Kingdom could think about was to buy for himself a car, a monster car. What you mean? 400 billion, more than that. A motoka million billion. Hati nagure motoka. Bulikiro tambura kagai. Burkiro tambura aba nkabura abantu bagamba ono boizera hat ono bozo mukozi ono izera inake koliro ono museze bali bakeba yayi ono izera hati akamubwire cyane mukora kati ono museze izera gusira koliro ibintu byacali ayizera kuombe ko kama bwatoro no bombe kano gura motoka miliyoni bina abanyamakuru sente zabo noziri abanda bakasente giye baguro mwane na kokoa noziri Kingdom wajikora what is tangible development that you've done for Toro Kingdom from that money? Nanka baboza nabatanga mu state house buli mwezi bagenza kusera milioni za 5 monthly for this power water bills. Mu state house unosagaliyo pia oyo nyimba liao balinzire milioni ya 5. Paka msoni yabajoya gamba leka turabe mu parliament bahereze sente bandugo. So ati bagenda batabaraki akombeka billion zabi na buri kuota ne mama kutabani bakana bali hanyiminya abatore baka boja abatoro banga izenga oyo ngo izira manya kupeninga eze kukingura emipira ya nanka
let us not go there. 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 It was a pleasure having you, Rumba, here. Let us go It was a pleasure having you. A very good morning. Free Talk is coming in next with Dr. Algonza Simons.